let's get right into gaming, shall we? Mikey Barr is here. Mike, you're on the Xbox engineering team, you know, the program managers, and talk about all the cool features. You're on Reddit, you're on Twitter, and working about all the cool stuff. What'd you bring to show us today?
Well, we have a new update coming. Obviously, the launch of Xbox X is coming up very soon. You can play it and see it. And we have a new system update that's coming for the whole family of Xbox One. And so the team in Redmond has been working very hard. There's some awesome improvements, and we're going to show some of those and show a few new things to this crew.
Yeah, I got some slides here to show some pictures. Can I start going through them? All right, so here's the first one. What are we seeing here?
Yeah, so this is a new mode. First off, let me start by thanking all of the preview alpha members that are out there. You guys help us test this. You submit a lot of feedback. Some of it's awesome to see. Some of it causes nightmares for the team. But in general, you guys have a huge impact to what we do. So thank you for that. This is a new feature that we haven't talked about. And a lot of people, the feedback was, hey, sometimes I'm just working on email, or I'm on my phone, or I get up to go get a drink, and my Xbox just sits there. And so we want to have more interaction there. And so think of this as an extension of the notifications that we have today. When you're there and you're on your TV and it's idle, it'll dim and then notifications will come up, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. But think about it as, hey, while you were away, what did you miss? Or while you were on your phone doing that email or on Twitter or whatever it might be, what did I miss? And this will pop out on the TV screen and let you know what you missed when you're away.
Here's another example over here. This is LFG, right?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
So, all right, what else? What do we have? This one looks pretty cool. This is kind of this is a new look at what we're going to be doing on Xbox One.
Yeah, this is the new home, and it's the latest build, and it's taken a lot of feedback since the first alpha build. What we've done, we shifted everything up. You'll notice everything's a lot higher now. What you're doing, the current resume, either the app or the game that you're playing, is now a lot bigger, more prevalent on the screen. You can see you have broadcasts, achievements, and featured kind of more labels, so you know what's going on there. If you actually go over and click on one of those, you can vote it up or down so that you see more of that or less of that, a little bit more control. The theory behind the dashboard is focused around discovery and choice, making sure people can find things to do and making sure gamers can customize it to a degree for what they want to see. You also see we can sneak peek at pins in Forza Motorsport 7 at the bottom, so you know you can scroll down. And pins went from 18 to 40.
40 pins.
Yeah, 40 pins.
How many do you have, Mike?
Well, I have 40 right now.
Are you the one that said this is the most I need, or how did it work?
Well, yeah, kind of you go to your backlog. No,
yeah.
I'd have like thousands. My backlog is unfortunately incredible right now.
Right.
But yeah, 40 is the number that people really wanted in terms of number of pins. Actually, the average number is pretty small, but some of our hardcore gamers use that as a backlog and what they want to play. And so having
Can I tell what you do?
Yeah.
How you, Mike, well, actually, I'll let you explain how you use pins. You kind of use it for your gamer score, right?
Oh, yeah, my backlog is the games that I can pop,
right,
that my friends play, and also like games I have to go back and get achievements for Gamerscore.
So it's kind of your to-do list.
It is a to-do list, that's right.
All right, let's go on to the next slide here. And what are we seeing here? This looks like Game Hubs.
Yeah, this is the new Game Hub. So if you have a game that you love and play a lot, you can go to the Game Hub of that, and we've completely redesigned this. You're actually seeing a light mode in the UI. There's both a dark mode and a light mode now. You'll see some more examples of that. But the Game Hub is created for multiple reasons. One, to let you see your status and what people are doing with the game. And two, perhaps more importantly, to let the developer have a direct communication channel to you about the game. What's the latest patch notes that they might have releasing? Are they doing a poll? Do they want some feedback? And so we've completely redesigned that, and you're seeing the light mode here and some of the new design language elements that we have going on.
Let's go over here. This is the multiplayer tab in Game Hubs, right?
Yeah, and you can see your LFG really easy. I mean, LFG, looking for group, LFG is one of the features that have really driven a lot of use from Xbox players. People looking for other people to do a certain achievement, or even just people looking for other people to just talk about a game. All the way to, in Rocket League, you'll see a lot of clubs and LFGs for trading items back and forth. And so the use of LFG system has been really cool to see. And we wanted to make that a lot easier for people. And so we put them right in the Game Hubs with a very simple tab to get to.
Now you talked a little bit earlier about the dark and light mode, which is coming. Yeah. This page. This is in light mode, and that's what it looks like in dark mode. Turn the lights out. Yep. So this next, now it's actually, you and I were talking about this backstage. There's actually, you talked about light mode and dark mode, but there's actually 4 themes that are shipping, right?
There is. Accessibility is something that's important to Microsoft, and we've been committed to that for some time now. We actually have light mode, dark mode, and then accessibility modes for all of those, high contrast modes for both of those. And so you'll see some high contrast modes here.
Really cool stuff. And then, oh, look at this one. What's your favorite achievements? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, well, we've redesigned Guide, and if you're in the alpha ring, you know about that. It's a lot faster now, and it has more information in it to keep you in your game. And so this is another example of kind of achievement hunting, looking at achievements and adding them, but also highlighting the light and dark themes work across the guide as well. So it's a full system implementation of that.
Now, how many people were able to grab a Project Scorpio Xbox One X pre-order? All right, well, look at this.
Wow.
Congratulations, because those sold out like within days, right? Remember that?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, at Gamescom, we announced it, and we had reports of people having a hard time buying them, 5 minutes after in certain regions, and then, of course, as it went on, selling like hotcakes.
Before we get on to the next feature, which is actually really one of the many cool features, I want to talk a little bit about your trip to Gamescom. You were over there, talking about Xbox. Tell us about that and what you talked about. You talked a little bit about this, but you met with a lot of journalists, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, Gamescom is incredible because it's 450,000 people. Imagine a conference like PAX, but 450,000 people, and it's just the energy is so awesome to see, and it's so exciting for me and the whole team that's there. But we had a whole bunch of announcements at Gamescoms. Aaron Greenberg, who's here and probably in the Mixer booth now, talking about the games that are coming. You're going to see one of my favorite games here in a few minutes in Cuphead. And so it was super exciting, very motivating. Obviously, Xbox One X, first time playable in Europe, was incredible for people to get to play that. And then we announced the pre-order, which had amazing excitement. You actually did the unboxing with the white gloves.
Yeah, with my white gloves on. I look like Mickey Mouse. Either that or Cuphead.
Don't look for the memes on that, by the way.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battleground, which you've been playing for a long time, but coming to Xbox One. Tell us about that, and you got a chance to play that, and we've got it in our booth as well.
Yeah, we have a great relationship with Bluehole. They're the developer of PUBG. I've been playing PUBG a little bit for the last couple of months.
Little bit.
And it's a very addicting, fun game, and there's builds on Xbox and Xbox One X. We're really excited about those. Brandon's here. He's in our booth. He's talking to some folks about PUBG, and so I can't wait to get it into the hands of everybody and play that on the big screen because I think it's going to be pretty incredible.
How many times have you got your chicken dinner?
Too many to count.
Too many to count. Right. Right. All right. Well, let's get back. I want to get back to this next feature. We talked about the people that pre-ordered Xbox One X, and that's obviously really exciting. So a lot of them probably already have an Xbox One. And I remember talking to your team a couple years ago and saying, hey, when we have this console coming out, how can we make it easy for people to transfer it over? So tell me about some of the work that the team did, and then we'll show the video.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this at Gamescom, but we wanted to make sure that when people upgrade to Xbox One X or add it to their family, that it was very simple for them. And so a couple of things we've done is you can transfer over settings from your existing Xbox. You can actually get ready for Xbox One X before you actually bring the box home. All of these great games, over 100 now, will have Xbox One X enhancements to them. You'll download those onto your existing Xbox so that when you bring your Xbox One X home, you just take your external drive, plug it in, and you're ready to go. Very simple. We don't want people to bring their X home and have to sit there and update 100 plus games with all of these 4K textures and additional features. If you don't have an external drive, we're also going to make it so that when you plug in that Xbox One X, you can copy games from another Xbox in your home, as simple as you would add or remove storage. If you go into that menu in the settings, you'll just see another Xbox. You can click it, all the games and apps will show up, and they'll just transfer over your home Wi-Fi or LAN to make it a lot easier for you. Same thing on downloading if you have multiple consoles. You don't want to go to the internet and download 50 or 60 or 70 gigs every time. You just want that to come over to your other Xboxes in the home. And so it's all about being ready now, even before Xbox One X is out and you get it, so that right when you get home, you're right in the games.
I love that. All right, can we play the video?
Yeah,
we got this video that kind of shows a little bit of the features. So let me, hopefully we'll have audio turned up on this thing, and I can run it. Please work.
Xbox One X is coming soon. Here's how to upgrade to the world's most powerful console as fast as possible. Your quickest option to get playing is to move your games to an external hard drive as soon as you can, before you even get your new console. Then just unplug the drive from your old console and plug it into the new one. You're ready to play with no installation. New settings are coming for your current console that will help speed things up. First, Settings Backup. On your current console, turn this on to back up your console settings to your external drive. When you get your new Xbox One X, plug the drive in before you start up your console. Your settings are applied during setup. Next, 4K game updates. Turn this on to download available 4K game updates to your current console, so you'll be ready to move them over to your new Xbox One X when the time comes. Finally, there's Network Transfer. This enables network discovery on your current console so your new Xbox One X can find it and copy games from it. To make it easier to move games onto your external drive and to support network transfer, we're adding bulk storage transfer. This lets you copy and move games and apps between drives on your console, or select a console on your network and copy games from it. Just select the games you want to copy and go. Thanks for taking a look at these new upgrades. We hope you're as excited as we are for the arrival of the Xbox One X.
So, thank you. Very nice support lady. That's a that's a video that we're going to have on our support channels, but you were able to kind of get it before obviously it's released, so we can give people a preview about some of the cool stuff. So we're thinking about the best ways to get everybody ready for Xbox One X, right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. And all of these features also work on Xbox One S, and so it's something that, you know, it's a family of devices. Every update we do, every game that we come out with, work across both consoles and the entire Xbox One family.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, you're going to take some questions later on about, if you guys have any questions about it, we'll do the best we can. Mike, thank you very much. You hang out with us a little bit. Jeff, you got some headlines.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Headlines, got some news, then we're going to play some Cuphead.
All right, so just want to call out a few things here. If you're here at PAX, you're probably not playing games at home. So for everyone else, we're right in the middle of the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer private beta. So that's going to go on until Monday, which is a day off for at least some of us. Hopefully, you off? You're going to be off. Yeah. So we need to get back into that, and you pre-order the game, you get into the beta. A lot of people playing it right now, and there's a war mode you should definitely check out, especially if you're super into like some of the battlefield modes where you sort of change objectives as you're going along. And that'll keep you busy until Tuesday when Destiny 2 comes out, so very much looking forward to that. We played a heck of a lot of Destiny.
Mike, you going to get into this? You played a lot of Destiny.
I'll play a little bit of Destiny.
Yeah, maybe. It's going to be like a battle between that, PUB, and we're still playing Overwatch, of course. So Destiny 2 coming out Tuesday. One thing I think that really pertains good to the Xbox One X, pertains well, I'm from Philly, sorry, is this deal that we have with, thank you, with Samsung. So they've just announced something that their Smart Hub TVs are now going to recognize the Xbox One X when you plug in, and something that I found that is like something I didn't really think about. So I bought a 4K TV knowing that we were going to have Xbox One X, and you know, I connected my S, and I was like, wow, it looks beautiful, it looks so good. And then at one point I looked, and it said, after I'd been playing for like 2 weeks, that HDR was not on, and I was like, am I like when my mom got a HD TV and she was watching it all stretched out, and she's like, it looks great. And I'm like, Mom, you're not even watching HD. And I laughed at her, and now I'm my mom. So something that I had no idea is that you need to upgrade the firmware on your TV in order, so if you have an existing, don't laugh at me, please. If you have an existing 4K TV, like make sure you keep that updated, because, and after then it was like eye-meltingly beautiful. I was watching, what's the Blu-ray that you lent me that I haven't given back yet?
Planet Earth.
Shouldn't have brought that up.
You have that?
Yeah, I still have it.
I was looking for that.
It's been about 3 months now. Planet Earth looks just amazing, and you know, I thought it looked good before, but you know, seeing it in HDR. So yes, update that. I think that we'll probably have to put together, you know, we'll talk about like ways that you can make sure your TV is up to snuff, but something you're definitely going to want to think about. And the last thing I want to bring up is a new app to iOS and Android from the folks at Mixer. They released this Mixer Create app for your phone that lets you stream mobile games, but it's also a really great way to watch streams like it loads up incredibly quickly. I was watching you just to see what shirt you were wearing, and you did not disappoint earlier today. But it works really well, so I highly recommend if you're someone who's going to watch streams mobilely or thinking about streaming something like, you know, Clash of Heroes or Clash of Clans, whatever the one that everyone plays. So it's a really cool way to do it, and you can just look for Mixer on the iOS or Android store.
Now, Mike, I know you have a 4K TV at home. Now, Laura, are you 4K capable yet?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. What are you waiting for?
Haven't taken the plunge yet.
You just haven't done it. How many people have a 4K TV? Just curious. Wow, look at this.
Oh, goodness.
720, welcome. Okay. Hello, 2004. Keep rocking it, whatever you need to do. Yeah, it's really amazing when you see the HDR, Jeff, because I remember when I opened up Forza Horizon 3 and I was like, what's going on here? It was just
yeah,
magical.
like seeing it in 4K is like, oh my God, and that's, hence I'm making excuses why I didn't have HDR and I didn't notice, but it looks really good. And then HDR just adds like this other, saturation level, and then you put the brightness mode on, because I'm trying that out,
right.
And like it just lit up the whole room. It was cool.
You know what I want to do now is, first of all, thank you for that. I want to get Maya up here, because Maya, come on up. We're gonna play some Cuphead. So Maya is here to talk about Cuphead. Cuphead coming out September 29th, right, Maya?
Right.
September 29th. So it's just about a month away. You guys have been working on this now. Tell me about your involvement in the project, because it's multifold.
Yeah, exactly. So we're a very small independent development company, and so we all wear multiple hats. I have been with the company since day one. We did start off as a team of, so not since day one, day two. We started off as a team of 3. There are the 2 creators, they're 2 brothers, and 1 developer, and then I joined shortly thereafter on the art side of things. Like I mentioned, we are a small team, we wear multiple hats, so I also have done, I'm a producer for the team as well.
So I want to talk about, because you're an inking artist.
Yes.
That is, now a lot of people, I'm a big fan of old school animation, which obviously this is. What is that? Because now it's all done with computers, but that's actually you're doing it with a computer, but you're hand inking, right?
Yeah, actually, everything's done on paper. Nothing's done digitally until we get to the coloring phase of things. So we have a team of animators as well. They'll animate things, and sometimes it comes back a little bit rough. I'll do some tie-down lines, clean up, and then we take another sheet of paper and ink it. And then that's when we take that medium, scan it in, and color things digitally.
And I want to point out that my understanding is everything is hand done in this game. Is that accurate?
100%. Not even one frame of animation was done digitally, no matter how much easier it would have been some days, especially when working on effects. Every effect that you see in the game is unique to that action. So anytime Cuphead lands, that's one puff, versus when you shoot something, that's a totally separate puff, and that could be up to 60, 70 frames just for that one effect.
Right.
And we also animate on the ones at 24 frames per second. So there's a lot of paper.
So it's like a movie. It's like a movie.
Yeah, a movie from the 30s.
So a lot of people have been talking about, Cuphead, you've been showing it for a few years, because you guys take forever to make. I mean, it's just a long process.
Astronomically long. So initially when we started, this is a great opportunity to clear that up. So initially when we started as a team of 4, the scope of the project was only 8 bosses, a Mega Man style select screen. We were working on it, we had separate day jobs, we were only working on it at night and weekends. That's when we put out our first YouTube trailer, and then that's when we partnered with Microsoft shortly after we put that trailer out, and they showed interest in it. We then were at our first E3 in 2015, and that's when we saw the reception from the various fans that we were not expecting. It totally blew us away. This was just a passion project and a hobby that we were doing on the side. So at that point, when we saw that there was a bit of an appetite for this game, we said, you know what, let's quit our jobs, go big or go home. And we felt bad about last year's delay of having not coming out mid-2016, but it wasn't...
Cuphead needed more puffs.
He did, apparently. But it just wasn't where we really wanted to fulfill our vision, and we felt bad about the decision, but it wasn't hard. We wanted to remain, authentic to everybody and what we were delivering, and but we're here today. The main thing is we're here today. We're 27 days away.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters now.
That's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. We're really excited. Now, if you want to play Cuphead, we've got it in the Xbox booth. I'm sorry, did anybody play Cuphead? Has anybody had a chance to play it yet? Did you guys have fun? Yeah, it's going to day one by. I mean, come on, why not? But it's really exciting to see some of what you've done there with not just the animation, but can we talk a little bit about the music and kind of the art style? Did you guys go back and watch all these cartoons? And...
Oh my goodness. So like I mentioned earlier, we all had separate day jobs, totally unrelated to the industry. And so we were self-taught in terms of the style, the animation, all of that. And it took, I'm going to say hours, weeks, months of analyzing frame by frame, pausing the silly symphonies like a Bimbo's Initiation or Swing You Sinners, and just analyzing every frame and seeing how the pen weight's tapered, seeing the variance in the lines, and really studying those to try to capture the look and adapt it to Cuphead.
Where did you come up with the idea for the bosses? Because like they're super trippy, and like I just want to say there's like one boss in there that I'm really glad you put in there, and it's an onion, and I hate onions. And being able to shoot an onion in the face like it belongs.
So cute. He's
I've got a couple of pictures up here, and I want to point out that I was telling Jeff this backstage. You know, I've done a lot of PowerPoints, and this is the only time I can use PowerPoint effects because they're so cheesy 30s, right?
Yeah, exactly. Fits it perfectly.
But I mean, look at these guys. So this is, let's be clear, these are from the game, right?
These are actually screenshots.
These are screenshots.
Yeah, so these are all custom watercolor paintings. And they're cutscenes, basically. So in the demo that you've been able to play at PAX West, we've stripped away all the story components just in the interest of time to accelerate you right into gameplay. But yeah, these are cutscenes that you'll see on September 29th.
Yeah, I mean, the things you're noticing here as I go through the artwork is I'm seeing the small things, again, that you have to do. Essentially, I'm a little bit of a animation fanatic. So I'm seeing the multiplane action here,
yep,
where you're seeing the foreground and the bottom, the flowers kind of blurred out to show the depth of field that, again, you have to do by hand.
Right, so this right here is actually just a still, but you'll see when we get into the in-game play, the reason why we had to do, 8, 9, 10 different layers per scene of watercolor paintings was because we wanted to capture a parallax effect. So there'll be 3 different layers of clouds, so that one's moving faster, one's at medium speed, one's at a slower speed, and then the foreground elements just to create a lot of depth and perception. So you've got the foreground elements that are blurry and closer, and so on and so forth. So it could be up to, I'm pretty sure one of them has 12 different layers of paintings.
I mean, look at this. You can kind of see the hand watercolors. Isn't that gorgeous? I think you should put these. I'm sure you're going to put these out as wallpapers, right? Because people want them on their phones.
Oh yeah,
and whatnot.
absolutely.
I love that.
Sure.
So now you've got Cuphead, and then you have Mugman. Tell us about the dynamic between those two.
So they are brothers.
Okay.
Do you see the connection here?
Yeah.
Cuphead and Mugman. You can play, for at launch, it is couch co-op only, but you can play as solo. You can play as Cuphead or Mugman. And they're very similar. They look similar. One has just a straight straw, one has a curved straw, but you can equip them separately. So whoever's playing which character, you can equip your weapons, supers, or charms individually to that character. So you can mix and match. One can have like a homing weapon, one could have his spread shot and pea shot, and you can attack a boss.
How do you tell them apart? What's
Mugman is blue,
okay,
and Cuphead's red.
Okay. I just want to get that out of the way. Right?
Yeah, no, it's a great question.
No, I like Mugman. His nose is a little too big, his eyes are too close together. I don't know why I identify. What's in the cups? What's in the cups? I want to know. Because I see them sometimes drinking.
If I told you that, I'd have to kill you.
That's okay, cool. that will be, you'll die with that.
So yeah, I mean, it's really been incredible to see you guys come on this journey to recreate what was, essentially a 80 or 90-year-old technology, this animation concept, and then bringing it forward. Now you understand why no one's ever done it before, right?
Oh, absolutely. When we embarked on it, we're like, why has nobody done this? Now I fully understand. We're just crazy.
Yeah, and this is beautiful. Can we play the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's.
All right, I'm gonna go downstairs into the basement and hit the tech button.
Okay. Yeah. Got to hit a little button here. It's real high tech here. So we're gonna play a little bit of Cuphead, and then we're gonna grab somebody out of the audience to come play. Who's gonna play? Are you gonna play with her first? I'll play. Yeah, or Lori, do you want to play? I don't know. Okay, you got the controller, Lori. You're playing. So Maya, why don't you kind of go through and kind of walk? I'll let you walk Laura and Jeff through what's going on here. So.
Okay. So
the tutorial. Beat a duck.
Yeah.
There we go.
And your partner can tap in at any time by pressing any button. So you'll see that Laura just popped in as Mugman there. It is a functional tutorial. This is new. We found that when we just had the words, people weren't really paying attention to it. So it really forces you to perform various different functions. So your right bumper that you're seeing there locks you in place, and so you can aim in 8 different directions to shoot. It is rapid fire, so you can just hold X down. You don't have to keep tapping. Right here, anything that's pink in the game is parryable. It's a really important mechanic for a number of different reasons. One of them, you'll see here, it elevates your jump so you can get up to higher platforms that you wouldn't normally be able to reach. It helps build up your super bar. So in the HUD down there, you'll see that, excellent, Jeff just executed his super, and you'll see that the cards slowly would have come up as he pairing and they rotate when your super is full. Or you can use a card earlier than that to perform an EX move that you're seeing there.
Let me just tell you, you want to use the D-pad in this game. It's just like, so
Yeah,
it feels like I'm
D-pad
playing
for
like
sure.
old school Contra in terms of how it goes. Even I have a spread gun.
Yeah, so at any given time you can equip yourself with 2 different weapons. You switch them out by tapping your left bumper. In this demo, there are only 3 weapons in the shop that you can purchase. Not through in-game purchases, you collect coins at the various platforming stages.
All right, where do we go? I want to kill that
But in the
onion.
final game, there'll be many weapons, supers, and charms.
Where you guys?
Ooh, the shop.
Where you guys
There.
going?
So, okay, well, first of all, right now we're seeing the first overworld. So Inkwell Aisle 1. Just touching quickly on the art, everything I said earlier is watercolor paintings, except you'll be able to denote where a level or a boss is by, you see right there, the root pack, exactly. So that's actually, it's a technique called the boil. So it's one picture, and then I would draw over it 3 separate times. And because of human error, you're never going to hit the exact same line every time you draw. So it creates that shaky effect.
It's kind of like in like old cartoons when you watch it, you knew that thing was going to move because it looked a little different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can jump right into the root pack if you guys want to.
Is that where the onion is? The murderous
Do
onion?
it. So right here you're seeing.
And look at that. That looks
do
gorgeous.
have two different difficulty selections.
I'm gonna
so there's
regret that.
simple and yeah. You've probably gone into simple. No, you guys are good. You're good.
Oh no, the
goodness.
potato!
So yeah, we're seeing a potato. I know it's hard to see.
So let me be clear. This is the very first time Jeff and Laura have played this game.
Especially together.
And Laura was very concerned that she wasn't going to be good at
Oh,
it.
you can
Oh yeah, you're back.
So that's one of the functionalities. So our gameplay was inspired by games from the late 80s, early 90s. So Gunstar Heroes, Contra, Mega Man, but we've incorporated some modern nods to make it a little bit more fair than games of that era. In that you could have revived.
You missed me.
Oh, sit down, potato. I don't.
Nice
I don't
job.
Watch out,
Potato
it's your
dead.
favorite.
Oh, kill it! Kill it with fire!
No!
Oh, see that? How does it feel to cry, Onion? That's what we've been doing for a long time. Special attack.
There you go. You're super nice.
Thank you.
So it's good that Jeff switched out to his spread shot here. That's okay.
Can we bring a couple people up
Not
to
the
play?
first time. Yeah. Someone who also hates onions. Does
Jeff,
anyone else hate onions?
why don't you go pick a couple people out of the audience?
Who hates onions? Right there. Oh, see, I can see it in your eyes. You really hate onions with the hat.
Come on up. Come on up.
Do you want to put them down in front here?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get you guys down in front, and I don't know if you want to stay up here or go down in front with them. Whatever you want, then feel free to do
Yeah,
that.
sure. You guys.
So again, Cuphead's a Play Anywhere title, right?
It is.
So that means you're going to be able to buy it on your Xbox, and you'll be able to play it on your Windows 10, and will there be crossplay as well, Maya? Crossplay as well. It's cross save, crossplay. There you go. All right, you guys ready to go? Check this out. Oh no! I didn't realize this was the onion level, Jeff.
Oh yeah. I think there's a carrot on this level too that has like
Mike,
psychic
do you remember
attack moves.
growing up with these cartoons, Mike?
He's got skills. I'm watching him.
Yeah, I know he does. I love these cartoons. I'm a huge Silly Symphonies, Warner Brothers fan. So that's what I grew up with. So when I see this, my eyes are just I can't believe this.
Yeah, the animation here just blows my mind. It really does.
I should have put it on.
Oh no! Want to try again?
Why'd you choose regular?
Because I wanted to show off.
Yeah. So Maya says, actually put the microphone so Maya can show us what we're gonna play there. So we're gonna spin it around here. So.
Yeah, so we're going to just traverse the world here to go up to the first platforming stage. So it's denoted here by that little target symbol. So again, it's rapid fire. So hold X down. Now, the important thing to remember, this is a run and gun game, okay? So you're never going to clear the screen of enemies. They keep coming. They are infinite. So just run for your life. Clear your path. So here are the coins that I was telling you guys about earlier that you would collect in order to purchase additional supers, weapons, and charms in the shop.
So what are those cards that start coming up next to your hit points? They start like dealing in.
Yeah, so that denotes your super bar. So when it's full, you'll have 5 and they'll be spinning. And if you use them before you get the 5 spinning ones, so I'm just going to parry that. That helps build up your super bar a little bit easier, or faster. Also, sometimes you cannot kill something that's pink. You have to parry it in order to nullify it and cross over. These little mushrooms look cute, but they are not.
So what things can you parry, like so you know before you jump headlong into an enemy?
And again, let's go back to what Maya was saying about animating this every single frame.
Every single frame.
Yeah, so you can see a lot of the effects. I'll keep up for you. Oh no, here we go. I'm going to save him here by parrying him, unless I die first.
Oh, wow! Got pretty close to the end there. I want to finish the level. Can we finish the level?
Yeah, we can.
I'm sure he can.
Sure.
Just don't know if you can, Maya.
Pardon my...
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm an artist, not a developer on this. No.
Now, to each one of these, Maya, to each one of these characters you're coming across, obviously they have names. Have you named them all?
The enemies, you mean? They do, but don't put me on the spot.
Okay. Okay.
You're already on the spot in playing. I think it's
too late. We're there.
Only put me on one spot at a time.
Nothing formal. I mean, they're the names that we named them as we were saving.
Yeah, as you were producing them.
But nothing that you'd see in game, rather.
So Maya, can you share how many frames of total animation?
Sure. So a funny story about that, actually. When we embarked on this, we initially forecasted it would be around, here we go, 14 to 15,000 frames of animation. And right now, including the inks, we're around 120,000 frames.
120,000 frames of animation.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot. Again, that's because you can, when you animate things, you can get away on animating on the 2s. So that's at 12 frames per second. And we're going to give it one more.
Can you show us the store? Because it was interesting. I didn't realize this was a game that you could actually, like, there's more to it than just the run and gun. And that, you know, there's a lot of options and stuff.
So as I mentioned earlier, in this demo, there are only 3 weapons that you can purchase. We needed to keep some things a secret. So we're just going to go into shop here. And every world you go into, you'll be able to find a shop. You don't have to keep coming back to World 1. So look at this little cutie pie. You can, well, we won't be able to purchase anything now because we didn't finish the level and keep our coins. But what is highlighted here is one of the charms, which is a smoke dash. It's my personal favorite. It helps get you out of, there you go, and that's the homing weapon. A smoke dash, when you dash, it makes you invincible. The homing weapon is one of the weakest weapons, but it's really good for when you have homing enemies, or if you're new to gaming and your direction and your aim is a little bit off. And then you also have your coffee charm. So it's like it helps build up your super meter a little bit faster. In the demo,
oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. In the demo as well, we have pre-equipped you with a 4th health point. In the game, you'll have 3, and then you have to purchase the 4th one.
Is that something you keep throughout this world, or is it like you use it? And
no, once you buy it, they're yours. And before you enter into any stage or level, you can change which charm or which super you're going to use.
Sweet. All right, let's show us another level.
Okay, let's go back.
If you would, please. And then we'll do some...
I'm really not this bad. I'm going to point that out. I just can't talk and play at the same time.
Sure. That's because you can't believe it plays this fast because you've been animating at 1 frame, right?
Exactly. My brain is
I'm not
really
used to it
slow
this
right
fast.
now.
So where are we going?
Oh, you want to try this one again?
Oh, he's driving.
It's okay.
All right, we want to finish this level, right, gang?
We're going to finish it.
Because we got pretty close to the end. Jeff's going to have nightmares about Onion Man.
It lives to fight another day. September 29th, the onions are gone forever.
What day was that again, Jeff?
September 29th. And you can pre-order it now on Xbox One.
Yes.
Yeah, like I say, if you want to check it out, Maya, when they go to the booth, what are you showing at the booth for levels?
So we've unlocked both World 1 and 2. We have kept a couple of different levels, or for example, the Mausoleum, which has some mini games as well. We kept those under wraps just so that you still have an element of surprise on the 29th, but most of World 1 and 2 are open.
Right.
I would encourage you to just start at the first level or boss, just to help prime you a little bit and get used to the mechanics and gameplay before you can continue onwards. Oh,
Right.
oh no, I'm still out.
there we
I'm just
go.
gonna switch my weapon out here. I prefer this spread shot one. It's just a little bit stronger.
Did you explain the HUD? I don't know if you explained the HUD.
Yeah, so you'll see in the HUD, your health points are indicated with a number there. And then your super bar is indicated by the cards
Right.
that are being shown. When it's full, they'll be rotating.
That looks familiar.
Yes, we paid homage to some of our favorites.
Feels like you're getting close to the end here. I love the music. Tell us a little bit about the music. Oh, right there! Oh!
Is this live? Can we edit this?
Yes. This is live. Why don't you come back up here? We're gonna actually, if you guys want to take some Q&A, we're gonna queue up there. We'll get through the Q&A and we can go back to the video up here.
Oh,
Off this. Yep. Oh, actually, that's you, Jeffrey. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Actually, we've got something. Come back here, my friend. We've got something in the hat. We've got something for you. We got a Cuphead shirt to show your awesome playing. And oh, look at this. So if you just let us know what your name is and where you're from and what's your question. Hi, what's your name?
Hey, my name is Edward. I'm from Toronto. I've actually been trying out Cuphead at different events since X15 Canada, if you remember that, back in Toronto.
Did you say you're from Toronto?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's your question, my friend?
So when the Elite controller came out, there was like a bunch of different accessories, like the different D-pad covers, and I haven't seen a bunch of those recently. So I have the original one. I think I have like a Gears of War one, but I would love to get a Cuphead themed, thing to put on my Elite controller.
Did you hear that, Maya? They want Elite controller Cuphead stuff.
Ooh, we'll have to.
I'll pass that along to marketing. I would love, because based on what Jeff just told me with the D-pad, feels like a Cuphead or a Mugman D-pad
you definitely
would be in order. Can't make any promises, but I agree with you.
I'll buy it too.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Come on up here.
Thanks.
We've got a prize for you. Rich will take care of you. Hi, what's your name?
Hey, Alex from New Jersey.
Hi, New Jersey.
Hey. So I had a question about the Xbox One family of systems. Like,
Sure.
when you think about the 360, it was such a long life cycle.
10 years.
And you look at like 2005 and then Halo 4 and how what they managed to squeeze out of the system. So with the multiple variations of hardware out there, like 3, I suppose, like in November, is there some risk, like on the optimization side, like I guess like question for Mike, like from an engineering perspective, like what is your view on that?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. The base architecture between S and X is very similar, and so developers are going to continue to squeeze the most out of S that they can. That just applies to X, and with the more memory, the faster frequencies on the GPU, the CPU, the faster hard drive, the faster memory bus, all of that will just take those optimizations and then apply on those. And so imagine X, they're going to optimize and optimize over time, and game's going to look great, and that's just going to be incremental on top of X already. We made very purposeful decisions in what hardware we put in to make sure the developer path was smooth and that we get that kind of ramp up that you see at the later generations of console hardware.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Come on up here. We got something for you. Next question. Hi.
Hi there, Eric from Kirkland, Washington.
Hello.
Hey there. Any update on the keyboard and mouse support?
Ooh, Michael, you want to talk about that?
I didn't know there was a Q&A. No.
Gotta go.
Keyboard and mouse support is definitely coming. We have to be very smart in how we do that. We'll leave it a lot to the developer choice. So a lot of people, they tweet me and they say, you can't do this because of fairness. And we understand that. We run 2 platforms, the Windows platform and the Xbox platform. And so when we bring keyboard and mouse, we'll coach developers to say, look, you got to think about your multiplayer pools. If you have a competitive game, people probably are going to want the choice to say, I'll play with other keyboard and mouse people, I'll play with only controller people, or you know what, I'll play with any of those. And so you'll see our first game supporting keyboard and mouse soon. I can't announce what that is, but soon. And then based on developer interest, they'll choose to do keyboard and mouse going forward or not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Come on up. Hi.
Hey, Scott from Victoria.
Hi, Scott.
A couple of years ago, Chris from the Xbox or ID at Xbox program teased a game that involved your Kinect, an iPad, and your cat. Is that still coming?
You know, that's a great question. Obviously, he's not here. I don't know the. You know, I was thinking about that the other day as well.
He mentioned on a podcast like a year ago.
I'll follow up with him. I don't actually know the answer to that
really
question.
anything I can play with my cat.
Anything with cat question. Yeah. Maya, can you work on that? You're a developer.
Yeah, we can do that for you.
Cat animation.
Thank you.
Come on up here. Great. Hi there. What's your question?
Hi, Michael from Linwood, Washington.
Hello.
I'm looking forward to the gifting of games to friends. I didn't know if there's also going to be a feature for a wish list in the store so we can start tracking.
So, Mike, you and I can handle that together. I'll start with this. I'll say we work with the store team very closely, and there's a ton of features. Trust me, I'm emailing Mike and the store team all the time. A lot, and they want those features too. I know we don't. Do we have a timeline on gifting and wish list yet from the store team yet?
I would say one of those is very soon, and the other is on the list of things we need to get to, and we understand.
We can't tell you which one. But yeah, we know that's what fans and what customers want out of a modern store. Absolutely. So, but we've got this massive scale they're dealing with, and they're going to get there. So just thank you for bearing with us.
Thank you.
Come on up. Hi. Next question.
Hi, I'm Kevin from Nebraska. Larry,
Hello.
welcome to Parenthood.
Thank you very much.
My son is just right behind me here, or a few places behind
Right on.
me.
Hello, son.
Yeah, my question's for Maya. Maya, amazing game.
Thanks.
I'm very excited for it. I'm sure it's hard to identify one thing, but if you had to say the thing you're either most proud of or excited about, either one, anything come to mind?
Oh my gosh. That is a really hard question because I don't want to give you what seems to be a canned answer in everything, but I think what it boils down to is really the hard work that went into it and the camaraderie that we have within the team to have put in, well over 100 hours a week for the last however many years to make this a reality. Like everything is handcrafted and it's truly a labor of love. It never, at any given time, felt like work. It was just, oh my God, this is my job type of thing. But yeah, just the whole thing, I guess, just sitting here, being here, oh my goodness, like watching this for years and never thinking
So excited to have you up here. It's funny, this is your game, but I'll just tell you, I've dealt with, I've been dealing with hundreds of game developers over the years I've been in the business. And I think one of the all of that is great stuff, but I think one of the best features that a game developer told me a long time ago, their favorite feature is shipping. Right?
That was a good day. That was a fun day when we had a date. I keep grilling other developers and being like, what's it like on the day that you ship? And so I guess we're going to have to see for
ourselves. You're going to find out on the 29th.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Thank you for your question.
Best of luck with the launch.
Thanks.
Hi, next question.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Kitchener, Ontario.
Hello there.
And I got a chance to play Super Lucky's Tale at the booth, and I loved it. I'm a really big fan of 3D platformers, and with Yooka-Laylee and a couple others, that genre's kind of made a resurgence lately.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if there's a genre that's recently come back that you're loving, or there's one that you're kind of hoping could kind of make a comeback.
Me?
Or anyone.
Anybody? I actually, I'm just so excited. I hate to sound trite, but what I see at Cuphead, because of my family and I grew up, and my sisters and I still make Bugs Bunny jokes to this day. And seeing some of that animation here, I'm so excited for this one and seeing what you're doing with the platform. What about you, Jeffrey?
I love strategy games, and XCOM 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm real excited about Mario versus Rabbids. Like when I heard the title, I was like, this is not for me. And then I saw it, and I was like, this is very much for me. So if that introduces a new generation to that style of play, then I think that's amazing.
Maya, I'm going to let you off the hook since you haven't been reading anything for the past 5 years since you've been working on your game. So you get a pass on this one. What about you, Laura?
Yeah, for me, I feel like there hasn't been a good real-time strategy game in a long time.
Right.
Maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't found one. And I'm really, really looking forward to a really good economy building or,
Hit Laura up if you have any ideas for RTSs.
If you have any ideas of real-time strategy games, hit me up. Halo Wars, that's true.
Of course, Halo Wars. Mike, what about you?
On the PC, anybody?
Anybody play Age of Empires 1 on Zone way back in the days?
Oh, God, Gaming Zone, wow.
Yeah, having played, somehow got through college playing Age 1 way too much. I can't wait for DE, and then Age 4 is, when you talk about RTS.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready right now for that.
Enough said. All right, come on
thanks.
up here. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, Tim from Seattle.
Hello, Tim.
I'm really excited about what Xbox is doing with the Nintendo Switch. and the cross-play therein. Also with the Mario Rabbids seeing two publishers work together, can you speak any more to that? Will we might see a day where Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo all play together?
I think, Mike, I know you worked a little bit on this. I know that, I'll look into the camera. Sony, you know our number, give us a call. Mike, but I know you've talked to some folks about this, and they're real interested, aren't they?
Just to be clear, Larry said that. Yeah, you know, we have a great relationship with Nintendo, and that's going to hopefully drive further. And I think any developer out there that wants to bring gamers together and give them a larger multiplayer pool because they have a game to do that, give us a call, because we definitely want to bring people together, make it easier for people to play any game across the network. And so we're all in.
Yes, we'd love to, so come on up.
Awesome.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, Greg from Seattle.
Hi, Greg.
Congratulations on the daughter. I just had one a week ago.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. My question is the old chat, wireless chat piece we had for the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to get that for the Xbox One?
Well, we've got some chat, what do you like about that? Is it the size or the fact there's no wires?
I like the size, and it's just one ear, and I can still have my surround sound. I just have a chat piece. I can set my controller down and go get a beer and come back and play a game, right? Instead of carrying the controller and have the headset, hey, I'm going to get a beer, you know?
We've got a lot of our, you've probably seen some of the announcements from Astro. They've got some headsets coming out. We've got Turtle Beach 5. We've got something here, don't we? Yeah, we've got a bunch of the different, we're going to give you another headset, by the way.
As a new father, how the heck are you playing surround sound when she's sleeping?
I was going to say,
learn to embrace headphones.
Because my wife's like, nope.
Still figuring it out. Still figuring it. It's a weekend.
Yeah, I know that we got a lot of our partners, our third-party partners are working out. We don't have anything planned right now that we're going to announce, but we know that there's this desire to have a variety of inexpensive and premium headsets. We're going to have the whole thing, because a lot of the things we're doing now with a lot of these headsets is the direct connection. So you no longer have to have the wire to the controller. It uses our proprietary technology to go right to the console. So we're wireless, but we just don't have that single ear solution yet.
Okay.
The mono solution.
Cool.
So come on up.
Thank you.
Get your headset. Hi there, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Paul from Kent, Washington.
Hello, Paul.
So first, on behalf of PC gamers, thank you for Xbox Play Anywhere. I can finally get back into the Forza series.
Right on.
For me, with all my hardware. My question is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds going to be in 30 frames like Destiny, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames like Halo?
I don't know. Have they announced that, Mike?
They haven't. No.
Yeah, they haven't. It's a great developer question. Okay. I mean, we've got the platform. They can do what they want.
Okay. I'll look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for your question. Come on up here. Hi there.
Hi, Ian from Seattle. Big fan of backwards compatibility. So if you could bring an original Xbox game to backwards compatibility, why would it be Jet Set Radio Future?
Sky.
I would love to have that. I know there's some problems with the licensing of the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always. I mean, unfortunately, the lawyers are always screwing things up for us. But yeah, we would love to have that if they can work it out. I mean, the team that works on back compat, not just the technology, but that has had to go find developers that are no longer in business and publishers that no longer exist and find out who owns the IP to release it, because it's not like we can take and go, yeah, let's just release it. We got to make sure legally we can do that. Yeah. And it's a lot of work, and the teams that do that, not just from the engineering side but from the business side, have just worked long and hard hours. You've seen the list. Yeah. You see them every week. You know, you follow me on Twitter and you're like, surprise, there's another few. So I know that I'll pass that along as well, because that's a frequent request. Thank you very much. Hi there.
Hi there, I'm James from Vancouver.
Hello, James.
And I'm going to talk about backward compatibility as well.
Okay.
So I am one of those gamers I've been around with Xbox Original, Xbox 360, One, and what I'm looking at is I've got a large library of on-disc games for the 360. And one of the biggest things I love is with back compatibility, I can go in and I can see, oh, here's all the digital games I own.
Right.
And set it for download. But when I look at the wall and say, I want to play that game I've got, and plug it in and wait for it to download. Is there anything coming that we can look at what we've got on our live profiles for our gamer score for 360 and our older games and automatically tell, hey, you've got these disc games, let's preload those for you so you can authenticate by putting the disc in. So
Mike, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's a good request. I mean, we hear a lot of people that have lots of discs at home, and they're like, "Boy, I just wish I could make these discs digital and kind of be done with it." And so
that would be even nicer.
It's something that we have definitely heard about. There's obviously a lot of both tech, business, and policy elements there that we have to look at, but it is a request that we see on user forums and something that I would say the team has heard and is kind of saying, "Wow, what if anything could we do here?" But there's nothing to announce or say in terms of what we're doing right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Hi there.
Hi. Joe from Wyoming.
Hi, Joe.
So I wanted to say to Mike, thank you for your team, for all your continued support with the Xbox dashboard updates and everything.
Thank you.
And thank you for finally increasing the pins to 40.
It'll be 45. The new request will be 45. So.
Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to expand on the wish list. Something that I think would be cool is if, for the wish list, if we could add games that aren't out yet or that we haven't bought yet. Because I use the pins like you do, where it's my backlog, or games I want to play that I already own. But I would like the wish list to have games that I don't own or that aren't out yet, and that would send me a notification or when the game's out or when it's on sale. That'd be great.
We want that too. I've asked for that.
But anyways, my question is for Larry. I played the mixed reality at the Xbox event, and is there any plans to bring that to the Xbox One X?
The mixed reality. Well, Mike, actually, you want to talk a little bit about MR on the platform?
Yeah, I think right now all of our effort is on the Windows platform in terms of it being an open platform, and kind of incumbents already are there with both Oculus and Valve having product in HTC. And so we're entirely focused on the Windows piece right now. We're not talking about MR or VR on the console at this point.
Yeah, so there you go. Thanks. Come on up here. Hi, next question. Hi there.
Hi. My name is Joyce. I'm also from Seattle.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi. So my question is for Maya. You quit your job and you started working on Cuphead. Was there ever a time when you thought, I really want to go back to a stable job, and how did you get through that?
There wasn't. I wish I could say there was, and there's some turbulence in that, but I think at the end of the day, every single morning I woke up excited to go to our basement and you know what? I would encourage anybody to follow their dreams like that. You have a toolbox. All my years in the corporate world, I was in banking right before I did this. You don't lose the skills that you've accrued in those years. You can always go back to them. You create those connections and ties. This is your life to take control of. You just got to go for it. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. You go back. You might have to take a couple steps down that ladder, but you will rebuild where you left off. And so I knew that I had that confidence that I'd be able to do that if, this didn't pan out. But I also knew that at 60 years old, I'm not going to look back and say, we should have tried.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Great question. Come on up here. Hi.
Hey, Ryan from Blaine, Blaine, Washington.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the 4K stuff on Xbox One X looks great. I'm super excited. But a lot of them are like 30 frames per second. Is there gonna a lot of developers going to be doing like a ultra 60 frames per second, 1080p, just turn on everything, make it run as fast as it can sort of situation? Because 4K looks great, but...
I know, Mike, you've talked to a lot of developers. I mean, it's really the tools are there. It's with development. Maya can say this. I mean, it's the developers choose where they want to focus and what the balance is, because we've got the toolkit, right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, some developers are looking at options to give users the choice of, hey, do you want to do 1080p 60, 4K 60, 4K 30, and pushing the envelope there. I think you'll see more of that happen as developers kind of open up the door to flexibility in terms of what experiences the user want and what technology the user has. But really, it's up to the developer. We're here to help. We have an organization in our team that works directly with developers to help them optimize for whatever kind of settings they want. And we're seeing a lot of interest in giving the users choice on what modes they want to play in.
Cool. Thanks. Come on up here. We've got two more questions, then they're going to kick us out. So go ahead. What's your name?
All right, I'm Ryan. I'm from Bellingham.
Hey, Brian.
Considering that the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility has been going swimmingly so far, any chance of making the HD DVD player for the 360 compatible with the Xbox One?
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen first, that or Sony coming onto the platform. I don't know. I would argue to say that one is probably not going. That the HD DVD player is not going to happen.
I still have one in my fucking entertainment
center.
center.
Yeah, who else has one? Who else has an HD DVD player? I feel for you. I have one too.
You can get them for dirt cheap at Goodwill nowadays.
I got my King Kong. All right, next question.
Hi, Steven from Hillsboro, Oregon.
Hello.
Hey, any Kinect fans in the house here?
Whoa!
Is there any love for the Kinect coming down the pipeline? Anything we can expect? Anything cool?
Mike, do you want to? Oh, Mike!
Look, I would say we're investing heavily in more voice controls, bringing Cortana, improving Cortana, bringing it to more locales, and then expanding on what Cortana can do. You can imagine, not announcing new features or anything, but you could imagine scenarios where you're in a game and you're fighting a boss and you can't get past it, and you, hey Cortana, how do I beat this boss? And then the guides come up, or how do I get this achievement? And so there's many examples you could come up with, but definitely an area we're going to invest in big is the voice and AI capabilities of a Kinect connected to an Xbox S, X, or original.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Unfortunately, it's 3:59 and we're going to get kicked out, so we're not going to be able to take your questions. But I want to thank everybody for coming down and enjoying this special day for us, and I really appreciate it. Everybody at Twitch, thank you. And remember, Cuphead coming out the 29th. So we'll see you guys. Stop by the Xbox booth. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.